pledge allegiance, and Brother Randy here's gonna give us the prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please join me in prayer. Our most gracious Heavenly Father, as we come to you today, we thank you first of all for the many freedoms and the rights that you allow us to experience daily in this wonderful country. We pray, dear God, that you'll be with each family that's represented here tonight as we go about the business of this city, that we'll conduct ourselves in a proper manner. We'll make the decisions that will benefit the majority of our constituents. We ask now, dear God, again, that you'll be with the leaders of our city, our state, and our nation, and that you'll bless them in a way that only you can. We ask that you be with those who have lost loved ones and those in our community who are suffering. In Jesus' holy name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Hey, I have a seat. Alright, first on the agenda, we're gonna approve the minutes from the July 18, 2022 meeting. Has everybody had a chance to look over the minutes?
Yes, sir. I will make a motion that we approve the minutes, from July 18th, 2022 meeting.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Alright, we got a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Next, the approve the bills paid in July. Does anybody have any questions over the July's bills?
I move we pay our bills.
I will second for July.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any other questions or discussion? No? We good?
I was just looking to see something.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Next, the fire department report, following up with the request from Chief Markham to raise the fire call pay from $20 to $30 per call starting November the 1st, 2022, as was discussed at the May 16th, 22 meeting. This was brought to the, brought to the board, so do we want a motion to increase it from 20 to 30?
Oh, we did.
We just discussed it.
Oh, okay.
And you still have another month to decide if you want to.
Yeah.
We just thought about going ahead and doing it.
Last time, didn't we all agree on that? Yeah.
Thought it was a good
I think
idea
we-
and all.
I
I don't have a problem with it. I mean,
Yeah,
I make a move that we do.
Alright, we got a motion
I'll second.
and a second. Any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it.
And I do have the number of fire calls they had in July. They had 4 in the city and 11 in the county. And first responders was 4 in the city and 3 in the county. So they have had a lot of calls here lately. And they do work hard.
Alright. Next, the police department report.
Good evening, everyone. I'm gonna cover the police report for July the 1st to July 31st of 2022. Complaints and activities, 78. Adult arrests, 3. Juvenile arrests, we had 1 juvenile arrest, but we had 6 offenders of underage drinking on 1 incident. Drug involved arrest, 1. Traffic violations issued, 4. Traffic warnings, 18. Motorist assist, 7. Vehicle lockouts, 5. Other public assist, 17. Crash reports, accident reports, 6. Alarm calls, 7. City assist, county assist, 22. All 3 vehicles that are running in good order. And we really haven't had any change on our fines and revenues for the city or county. We did have a city court, but we didn't have anyone present at city court for July. And there at the bottom, the food distribution for that month went good. And we got got through this safe and sound. We had active shooter training at the Middleton High School on August the 1st. And that was a collaboration with the county and school resource officers and Middleton Police Department. And I will go up Wednesday, August the 17th to the 19th for Lifesaver Law Enforcement Challenge, which is in Franklin, Tennessee. So, and we got other training that we got coming up. We're in the second half of the year, so we're trying to get all the training in and done that's required for the department.
Alright, and I guess to finish up the police report, Jimmy has spoken with Colin Rosser, Blake Sane, and Harriet Thompson in regard to being our city judge. All have expressed interest in the position. You wanna make your recommendation?
I recommend, Harriet Thompson because she took over the Bolivar position as a city court judge. And that's been our model that we follow for many, many years, and it's been successful, and ain't had any problems.
It's also the same day, correct?
Same day, she leaves Bolivar City Court, comes here, take care of our court, and it's all kind of a smooth transaction, so I recommend we go with her, so we don't have to go through much change,
Alright,
so.
thank you. Anybody got any questions?
Need a motion on that?
Yes, we will.
Based upon Chief Bowden's recommendation, I would like to nominate Harriet Thompson as our new city judge.
I've got a motion by Randy.
I'll second.
Do we need a start date on that, or is that automatic? It's effective today.
Are effective today.
Alright, I got a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Next is our utility report for July 1st to July 31st. They installed 4 new meters. We ran 580 feet of water line. And when I say we, I mean we. 500 of the 580 feet. I actually worked with them for 3 days and helped them run, fix some water leaks and run 500 foot of new water line. It was definitely an experience. I mean, we all worked right there in the hole together, and we all done real good. And I've got to commend them guys, cause, and the police too as well. But it's some hot work, some hard work, and we got it all knocked out. This is linear feet of water mains installed. It's 80 feet for Billy Munn. Number of water line repairs, location 0. No water calls. No new customers. We had 1 lift station issue repair at First Baptist Church. We done 11 811 locates. And no gas meters or line installed. No paid portions for streets. Any questions for the utility report? We also have the water loss for July 22. We pumped 4,152,400 gallons. Total water treated and purchased was 4,152,400 gallons. Water sold was 3,546,049. Flushing was 41,000. Bulk sales 49,92. Total accounted for water was 3,592,091. Unaccounted for water was 560,309 gallons. The water leak repaired under the railroad tracks that we ran the new line for, I feel like it was a good amount.
Yeah, and the one out there, without
Yeah.
those, it'd probably be about 10% loss.
Yeah,
But we
because,
can't count that in, cause it's not metered,
yeah,
so.
so percent of unaccounted water is 13.494. Total revenue from metered water sales, $18,466.39. Total revenue from sewer, if cost is based on water usage, is $19,715.40. Total electrical cost for water plant and booster stations is $981.58. Any questions on the water loss?
I have one question, I asked it last month, but I can't remember, when is the meter supposed to be in for TK?
September.
September. I
Okay, for a novice like me, what is a bulk sale, what is the difference in that?
Okay, sometimes people come in here, either the railroad or somebody working construction, and they need water on their trucks. We have a meter here, we can register their water they're getting, and they buy it in bulk.
That's neat, I didn't know we could do that, that's kind of good. Sharon's on her way, she's in Walmart coming, so she's
We need to slow down.
No.
I hadn't had lunch or supper, so it's probably gonna be a quick.
Hey, I understand.
I do want to tell you, Mary Van had very positive things to say today.
Yeah,
One smell and all was in a file, so she's not going, she's happy with it.
okay. Well, then maybe she won't have me by the ear.
I don't know, I think about her pulling you by the ear.
She caught me getting tire fixed at Rixie's and got me by the ear and pulled me all the way down to that lift station. Before we repaired it, so.
But she's happy.
Luckily, she hadn't caught me back down there. Of course,
Maybe you don't need no tire.
that's it. All right, next, the planning commission recommendation. The plat here in front of us, map 172, parcel 73.07 on Old Tow Road, asking for parcel to be subdivided into 2 parcels. As you can see, she would like to divide the house currently on this lot of 1.742 acres, in this 5.06 tract to be divided, so she can sell the house on one lot and potentially another building lot on this other. All the setbacks, everything works out, so she's basically in compliance. I said, the planning commission approved or recommended that we approve it, unless y'all have any issues or questions or concerns. Way we kinda see it is it's more property taxes. Somebody builds on there, that's more property taxes we'll get.
My opinion, the planning commission passes it.
Planning commission, I'm okay with it all.
Move we approve Thomas and Annette Allen. Remember where they used to live? Their house. So I move we approve the plat approved by the planning commission.
I will second.
Got a motion and a second, is there any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. Next, the mileage reimbursement rate for city employees is 62.5 cents per mile driven for business, as per the IRS. This is revised from the May 16th, 2022 board meeting when the rate was changed to 58.5 cents per mile. This is per IRS as shown on the included document. So, we made a change and so did they. So would y'all like to match the IRS's recommendation to 62.5 cents per mile driven for business?
I think we need to. I'll make that motion.
I got a motion by Randy,
I'll second.
a second by Kevin. Is there any other discussion?
I just have a question, who buy a car they can use?
We haven't purchased it, but we have not received it yet.
Okay, so that's not gonna affect this at all, so when they use a personal?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, we don't pay for their gas in the vehicle and then
right.
charge for mileage.
Okay, can we go back over that, because you were discussing something there,
So,
I made the motion, Kevin seconded, that we work with number 8.
yeah, that we,
Move it to 62.5.
move our mileage reimbursement to 62.5 cents per mile.
Effective immediately.
Sounds good. Okay, so that was our discussion. All in favor, signify by saying aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. Next, receive bids in relation to health insurance for employees. Advertised bid, only one bid was received from Howell Insurance Agency, Blue Cross Blue Shield. The monthly premium would be $4,968.96, compared with what we currently have at $4,539.62. This was our premium for August. The effective date will be 9/1/2022. So roughly $429 and some change higher, but everything's higher, I mean, inflation.
That's a little less than 10% higher.
Yeah.
I was pleased. We're saying 20% or more.
So I would need a motion to accept the one bid from Hal Insurance Agency, Blue Cross Blue Shield.
I'll make that motion.
I got a motion by Kevin. Do I have a second?
Second.
A second by Ian. Is there any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. Alright, next is, receive the bids in relation to paving for the city. Advertised bid, only one bid was received, which was from Redmond Asphalt in the amount of $145 per ton. Last year, the winning bid from Redmond was $105 per ton.
Wow.
This bid will be for the 2023 fiscal year, which the price of oil.
Is that more than 10%?
More than 10%.
Jimmy, did Amy not suggest another person when we were talking before? She thought that Redlands was, you know, she had bought asphalt for big more Hardin County stuff, but, I mean, I don't know what it costs. I just know she knew last year she could beat this price.
Something about a tennis court.
Yeah, that I thought I had took care of, that I didn't. Sorry.
I don't know if it's an advertised bid though, and it didn't respond.
Yeah. That's all we do.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for a motion to accept the bid from Redmond Asphalt in the amount of $145 per ton for the fiscal year of 2023.
I'll make that motion.
Got a motion by Kevin. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Bo. Any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Alright, so number 11 is gonna be a little elaboration. So my new hire for, general laborer almost made it 2 weeks before he quit and went to work as a lineman, making a lot more money, which I can't blame him. So that being said, I feel like we're not gonna be able to keep anybody for what we're paying them right now for general laborers. So what I would like to do is I would like to combine our general labor, which is our grass cutting, and the maintenance of the city, the upkeep of the city as far as the grounds, and our utilities. So I would like to give raises to reflect that, of course, and starting out a pay of $15.50 per hour for our general laborer. And this would be general labor / utilities. They would be working across the board, whatever, in priority, what needs to be done.
It's been what's been prior 1550
$12.50.
And 1250 is what we authorized last month.
Yeah, I remember us talking about, I couldn't remember what the amount was.
So I had some candidates that I interviewed when we advertised when we advertised, it was pay based on experience. Well, you wanna get the most bang for your buck, so I thought we had that. Well, the bang didn't, it was more like a sizzle, it wasn't much of a bang. So, that being said, I have a candidate that and I really feel like would be a good one. To hire, but I would have to do it at $15.50 for our general labor / utility.
And he can learn under Scotty and what's his name?
Sam.
My intent is to have them cutting grass when need be, and keeping the city looking good, and then also working on utilities. And that way we can work their way up, possibly taking a test for the water sewer operators, distribution, the gas test, and kind of start out with somebody, they're fairly young, but they're from this area, and I feel like we can invest in them and turn out to be a really good utility worker in time. And we can still do summer help if needed, part-time only, of course, for grass cutting in the summer if needed. So,
I have a motion prepared on that. I move to authorize Mayor Mott to hire general labor paying up to $15.50 per hour. Position will work in the Public Works and Utilities Department.
yes.
I will second that.
I got a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? Y'all got any questions? All in favor, signify by saying, do we need to catch Sharon up?
No,
real
sir,
quick?
I just told her.
Okay. I'm glad you can be here with us. All in favor, signify by saying aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you. So that's the first part. Well, okay. Well, that's number 11. Next is possible raises and job title changes for employees and health savings account additions. So I just explained, Sharon, to them that I would like to combine our general labor positions and our utility positions to get, so not really our utility workers, not our managers as much as our workers. So that would take our potential new hire and Sam, and they would cover utilities and the landscaping, or keeping Middleton, operating, everything outside of utilities. So that being said, I would like to increase the pay, because I'm bringing a new guy in at, $15.50 roughly. So I have to have, I wanna give an incentive to do all the work instead of just one or the other.
Right.
So by combining those, I would also
What
like,
do you want to raise them up to?
well, that only leaves one person. Okay,
Yeah, I think Ann's got a motion on that.
Okay. I'd like to move to increase Sam Moore's pay $1.25 hour effective 8/21/22.
I got a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Is there any other discussion? Well, I just wanna explain why I'm increasing the pay, is because they're accepting more duties. As long as y'all are okay with that and
Yeah.
understand,
I think they got
I'm
them.
all for it, that sounds like a
They've
fine
been
idea.
working very hard.
they really
Yeah.
have. All in favor, signify by saying aye. All opposed?
I mean, all of our employees in this town are working hard, every one of them.
$1.25 per hour.
So what's that put them up to total?
Let's not talk about that on
Okay.
television.
Yes, ma'am.
Next,
And what was that effective?
8/21/22.
Okay.
okay, that being said, so now we have combined our utility workers and our groundskeeping. That's an awful lot for just our utilities manager. He has a lot of reporting and stuff to do in the utilities, and also his own duties. So I would like to promote Terry to our Public Works and Utilities Director, to give direction, lay out the day, prioritize what needs to be done in what order. I really think she's very well organized, and
I'm looking forward to it.
in saying that, eventually, in time, I would like to pull some of her paperwork side, some of the administrative side, as far as, not limited, but not to, some of the water reports, or billing, or anything she feels like that she wouldn't be able to get done without affecting her new role. So, well, of course, with the added responsibility, Scotty would answer directly to her, she would answer to the board and mayor, and then she would, like I said, direct the day-to-day operations of the city. Jimmy will still handle all the financial side and, and everything like that. His title won't change, but it's basically a little bit of direction for all that's going on in the city at one time.
I have a motion prepared for that.
Right, so,
I move we promote Terry Yob to the position of Director of Public Works and Utilities with a raise of $2.60 an hour. The position would direct all the daily activities of Public Works and Utilities departments. Position would report to the mayor, board, and alderman. Utility manager would report to the director. Effective 8/21/22. I got this written down.
And does she accept that responsibility? If we approve this, is that person gonna accept that
I
responsibility?
mean, I would definitely try. I'm ready to see the city back.
Okay, good.
I have
And
full faith in
it's not just, it's so small, we all have to do everything. we all have to get out there and do things, like, you know, on the grounds or in here, or, you know, so we just need to work together.
And you can direct that.
All right, I have a motion, do I have a second?
I will second. I rescind myself.
Okay, then I'll second.
I have a motion and a second.
Sorry.
Is there any other discussion, any questions, any? No, we're good? All in favor, signify by saying aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. So, that covers part of that question. So, next, as far as raises and health savings account additions, I don't have that in front of me currently. I know we kinda looked at the 5% raise in additions to health savings accounts. Have at it.
I would like to recommend to the board that we give all of our hourly, well, I know we have to do it individually, but we give all of our employees a 5% raise. I think things is bad enough, we need to do that in the wage scale. And if we have to adjust anything else, we can do it as we go.
But do we have to do
Is that-
each
Yeah, we have
person?
to
Yeah,
do
we
each
do each
one.
one. Is that including, health savings account or not? That's, I just wanna make it clear before we start.
Yeah, we contributed $1,000 last year into everyone's health savings account. We could do 5% more on that too, or, you know, what y'all want to do.
It's on y'all, before we start, you know, I'd like to get it, you know,
Yeah,
consistent
settle out,
before we,
yeah.
settle before we start.
Yeah,
I don't have a problem with
That way we don't gotta go back.
Take 5% across there.
5% of 1,000, that ain't much. That's not much.
But you wanna do the 5% raise and match the 1,000 from last year, or up or down?
Personally, I think we could do the 5% raise and do the 1,000 from last year, and then in a month or two, if we wanted to contribute more to the health savings account, we can. That's not something that's limited to once a year, is it? We can do that at any time. I don't mind looking at that, maybe doing that. But if we do it right now, do 1,000, that gives them some right now, and then we can look at maybe doing some more a little later if we wanted to, if that's suitable.
Alright, and to make it clear, this is, trying to find out where to word it. This does not affect the other raises. This is across, you know, this will be for the most part across the board in addition to the raises that, for the job changes and the added responsibilities, as long as y'all are okay. Alright, first, I guess go ahead.
Let me just do the one for Terry first. So I move we give Terry Yop a 5% raise, effective actually retracted to 7/1, but it would be on the amount she was making up until 8/21 when she got the raise, and then it would be 5% of her new rate from there on, from 8/21.
Yeah, it's a little complicated.
I talked with Jimmy to make sure we could do this.
Alright, I have you done?
Yeah, I'm done with that.
I have a motion by Bo. Y'all understand that? That the 5% goes on her pay currently until, that we back paying back to July the 1st when we normally do raises. And then starting Monday or Sunday, then she'll get 5% of her new rate.
Okay, I will second Bo's motion.
You can't quote that back to us, Randy.
Well, if 5% raise retroactive to July 1, then we have, picking up effective this Sunday, we will have 5% raise and $1,000 health savings based upon her new salary effective.
Oh,
Sunday.
man.
Wow.
Congratulations. You're the winner.
I didn't do the $1,000 on any of it.
All right,
Can we do the health savings account contribution all together, or does that have to be individually? I think we did that together last year.
I think it's together. Whatever y'all decide on that, and we just put it together in each one.
So we could do that for every employee that has insurance? Right. Yeah, okay.
See,
We could do that after we do, we could do that.
We can't contribute to the health savings account even on, if you don't carry insurance.
Well, if those are over the part-timers.
Okay.
No,
I get a smiley face.
Yeah, you're that.
Very good. Okay.
Alright, I have a motion and a second, a very detailed second. Thank you, Randy. Is there any other discussion?
So the motion did include $1,000.
It didn't, but it may add it.
We can do that either way. I was gonna do that all in group after, but we can do it as each individual, that's fine. You can, yeah, I'll amend it, and he seconded it already to include the $1,000 for the health savings account. That's a good one.
Alright, have a motion and a second, any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Next.
If y'all don't care, I'll go in and do the one for Sam, because we need to do it the same way. I move we raise Sam Moore's pay by 5%, retracted to July the 1st, retroactive to
Yes.
July the 1st, with, on his old rate, and beginning on, whenever his new rate starts, the 5% will be on the new rate.
821.
821, yes.
And $1,000.
And $1,000 into his health savings account.
I will second that one.
I got a motion and a second. Y'all got all that? Any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. What we got next there?
Somebody wants to do one for Arnez?
I was kind of.
No, I don't think Arnett needs anything.
He's working so hard.
She was joking.
I'm joking.
Me personally, I was kind of wanting to see them get a little bit more this year, cause they have been working their tails off.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see them, cause I know where Richie's at, and I'd like to see him and on his both get a little bit more, because they have been working so hard for well over a year. And I'd like to see them get at least $1 or $2 additional to the 5% also. Because these guys, man, they're working 12-hour shifts, 7 days of work almost. And they deserve a little bit more.
What do y'all think?
And when we went down to 2 people,
Yeah.
we did give a raise then
Yes.
Yeah.
of,
$1
$1 or something an hour.
for both.
And that was.
And
was that
I was
that
trying to
last
get
year?
Richie, I'm
Was that last
trying to get
year?
Richie and Arnett, yes, we gave them last year that too. And I was trying to get them to a point to where when we get ready to hire somebody else, that person is not making, you know, well, if we never hire anybody else.
Yeah, we're probably going to address all that.
Yes. So, but it's, that's what I said, I mean, I've been thinking about that. If y'all wanna do something else, I'm all for it. But, I'd like to see them get a little bit more in addition to the 5%.
So you wanna do 10%?
Would that,
Alright, so right here, that's 5%. 10% be double that.
yeah, right.
And same with, that would be double that.
Thank you, you don't go nowhere.
What, y'all tell me what y'all think, I'm all for anything, I'm all for giving these guys anything, they deserve it. Yeah. It'll be, 10% would be nice. 10%. So, Richie. So, I'm good with 10%, but just whatever y'all wanna do. If y'all think it's, if y'all think 10% is good, that's fine with me.
They've been working awful hard, John.
Working a lot of hours.
Yes,
Yeah,
Whole
working
lot of
hours.
hours.
yes.
And it would, and honestly, it would impact them more because they work so many more hours.
Yeah.
So when we basing everybody else's on 2,080 hours a year, theirs is based a whole lot more than that.
They're working, they're working.
They're working almost 2,500 a year,
Right.
2,470. So on a yearly raise, that would be a lot.
Yes, yes.
They're not going anywhere, let's make a move to the 10%. They're not leaving us, they stuck with us.
They've stuck with us this long.
We need to one at a time.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we give Arnez Bowden 10% raise and the $1,000 added to his
Health savings.
health savings account.
I got a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second, any other discussion?
And is that going back 7?
Retro, retroactive to 7/1, you wanna add that to your motion?
Yes, make it retroactive to July 1. Thank you.
Second's good with that.
I'm good with that, yes.
Alright, all in favor, any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it.
Want me to do Richie now? Want to take care of him?
Mhm.
Alright, I make a motion that we raise Richie Webb's pay 10% with $1,000 health savings account retroactive to July 1.
2022.
2022.
I got a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Is there any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Who we got next?
Oh, we got, Jimmy Simpson and Scotty Sipes left on the full-time list.
Alright, who you wanna start with?
Let's do Jimmy Simpson so he can.
Jimmy ain't done nothing all year.
I will make a motion that we give Jimmy Simpson a 5% raise, effective or retroactive to 7/1/22, along with $1,000 into his health savings plan.
That
Yeah,
was
but-
smooth, Randy.
I got a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Got a motion and a second, is there
Been
any other
practicing that in
discussion?
front of the mirror, haven't you?
No.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Next is Scotty Sipes. As far as our full-time employee.
Okay, I'll try to say it. I move that we give Scotty, we're doing Scotty, right? Okay, I move we give Scotty a 5% raise, going back to July the 1st, 2022, and to add $1,000 to his health
Savings account.
savings account.
We got a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Next, we're looking at part-time people. You know, start with the library, or we got
One
the
police.
police officer, one police officer part-time. You know, how you wanna start?
I move we give, Kenny Howe.
Yeah, he's our
the
police officer.
5% pay raise.
Alright, is that a motion? Retro back to July the first?
And a part-time, nothing for health savings?
No.
Okay, thank you, okay.
So I got a motion,
I'll second.
I got a second. Any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Next we start with Cynthia.
All right, I'll make a motion that we give Cynthia Scott a 5% raise retroactive July 1/2022.
I got a motion.
Ooh, let me do this.
Do I have a second?
Oh, I'll second it.
Any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Next is Shirley Parker. Yeah. The next one I'm gonna need. Have a motion for
Sharon, you
Shirley.
wanna do that?
I'll make a motion to give, Shirley Parker a 5% raise, retroactive to July 1st.
I got a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Next is Sarah Hopper.
Who is that?
I'll make a motion that we give Sarah Hopper a 5% raise, part-time library
Oh,
worker, effective July 1st, 2022.
I got a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? And Jimmy did put the board and mayor on this, which that would not go into effect until November of no, it'll be January, right? January of, is it December?
I thought it was.
Yeah, December of 2024.
27.
27. You plan to keep me around that long?
We got 2 years left on this term?
Yes, it is, it's
Yeah, we, 2024.
24.
2 would be 24.
I thought it'd be January of 2025, is it not?
Yeah, December.
Don't do it.
Well, it wouldn't go in effect till the next term. How about that?
Yeah,
So we couldn't vote on our own raises.
Right.
And we'd have to be re-elected again.
Right,
Uh,
27th Amendment.
So would y'all like to increase the pay for the board or the mayor?
I said we got time, we can wait on that.
Yeah, we've got 2 more years of talking about it.
Not that y'all ain't working.
I don't have a problem increasing the mayor's pay, but I don't.
Yeah, it still won't happen.
No, I still won't.
Yes.
No, I still won't see any benefit from it this term.
Right. I don't think, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, we can revisit it before,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
good.
that's fine. Y'all aren't gonna hurt my
Is
feelings.
there a stipulation or regulation on how far ahead of time that can be, like is it a year?
No, it can be done the month
Month
before.
before?
It's gotta be before the election.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all trying to get me to quit my full-time job. So, and then of course, the judges pay,
Yeah.
which we have somebody, we've already got it accepted at 150, so.
Yeah, I know that was talked about already.
Is the raise going to affect the new hire also?
No, we didn't vote on it, did we?
What did they write?
Hadn't been hired yet, though, has it?
Ain't been hired. I have to get y'all approval, so. Okay, next on the agenda, so that covers all the raises and, the health savings contributions for all employees. I will thank y'all in their place. I'm sure the ones that aren't here and the ones that are here.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it very much, and I'd like to say, I mean, all of us that work with very separate societies, which is in Hornsby, we're all from this area, we're gonna die in this area.
Yeah, yeah.
We're not going anywhere, and I mean, if y'all take care of us, we'll take care of the city.
Well,
You're taking care of the
want to
city?
be,
Yeah.
well, we want to be here, but I'm talking about, Sam and the ones that have young families coming
Yes.
up, and, we don't want them to go anywhere, cause they are learning.
Well, I'm not saying this because 3 of them are sitting here, but they're good folks now, I'm telling you, don't get any better than Terry, Arnett, sorry, Jimmy.
We want it to be good.
And I'll add in, we've attempted to hire for a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't see anything changing anytime soon. We'll be talking about considering hiring a part-time to get a little bit of relief. But right now, all 3 of us are working quite a few hours.
And we've got the new park coming along, that's gonna be more work on everybody. We're growing.
And in case y'all hadn't noticed, they are advertising Memphis City police officers starting with a $60,000 sign-on bonus.
We can't compete.
Well, we're not Memphis, they deserve hazard pay.
But Arnett can leave right now and drive to Memphis and get,
That's what I'm saying.
a year's salary.
Okay.
And that's anywhere you go, because that's how bad the job market is right now.
Well, that's
So,
something we were talking about, I mean, asphalt prices and all that, I mean, everything.
Everything.
They got it, I mean, it's.
Walmart trucker, 110,000 starting pay.
Oh, I am so sorry.
y'all not priced the chicken strip dinner out here lately?
I'm so sorry. That's what he thinks he's doing.
Okay, number 13 on the utility adjustment, we have Kivanta Latham, 4-2277-02. Meter was read incorrectly, 11,808 gallons not metered, not used.
What do y'all want me to elaborate? What would you like me to
Yes, ma'am,
elaborate?
please. Yes.
Okay, this is a rent home, so Michael Graham paid his $75 to have a cleanup fee, and so we have to manually read it. So when they were giving me the numbers manually till someone moved in there, and then it started radio reading, it was number and all, they weren't telling me one number. So I'm calculating it wrong, and we're thinking they have a leak, so me and Mike were, we're like, there wasn't a leak, and that's what it ended up being after we researched it. So it wasn't any water wasted,
So
actually.
we need
just
to,
numbers.
Do we need to waive their late fees?
Yes. 'Cause
we need to waive the whole 102.80,
Yes.
and that
because-
moves the bill down to what it should be.
Correct.
If we waive 102.80.
Correct.
So I move we waive $102.80 to correct the bill for Camonte Lake.
Got a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. Next, y'all have y'all's revenue and expense report here on the table, but, I can't make a motion or I would to adjourn.
I will make a motion that we adjourn our meeting effective 32 seconds from now.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Any other discussion? Going once? Going twice? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank y'all. Y'all have a